particular thing?
Oh wait, I have to put on my glasses.
Yeah, imagine.
Daiso quality's fine, man. If you pay $3.30 for something and it breaks, just buy it again.
My coffee filters from Daiso been doing good.
What from there before? Like a charger, and it broke within like.
Yeah, you don't buy that shit. You buy like bowls. And
You know
shit.
what? They don't.
I don't want to
Actually,
bowl.
you know what? If you guys, I'm not gonna be left out.
I was gonna give you this,
Alright.
but I guess you got your own.
This is all staying in the
Oh, it's the
podcast.
same shit.
Hello.
To be honest, the sunglasses don't really fit the fit. I'm wearing grandpa stuff, then I need to be wearing like a grandpa
No,
leather
you look
jacket rather
like
than a
Joe
grandpa con-
Biden.
I look like.
Cause
Do you see Joe Biden wearing this? I'd rather be in like in the dress.
Joe Biden
jacket
likes his
coat
Ray-Bans.
thing.
Sometimes wears Ray-Bans.
Oh,
but like
yeah,
the
that's the
grandpa
Doug
core.
Brandon thing. That's what that is.
Yeah, the Doug Brandon where he wears the Ray-Ban.
Who's Doc Brandon?
Like a meme,
He's
but like it's
a-
now like a real thing.
Is when Joe Biden wears the glasses, he thinks he's cooler a bit. So he calls himself.
It's meant to be
Doug
like
Brandon.
Like when
he's
he
on
rode
your side,
backwards
isn't
on a
it?
bicycle. That's
Yeah.
cool. He was wearing sunglasses then, when he
Did he?
did he?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
No, did he?
We didn't talk about Diddy.
Do we?
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Have you been following this? I mean, that's kind of that's not really a relevant news story, right?
Then no need.
It's old news.
Old news.
Old
As in
news.
it's like a week old, but like you know how quick the news moves these days.
News cycle.
News
70
cycle,
kilometers
bro.
an hour.
News cycle. Anyway, how have you lads been?
Doing cool. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Done cool. I'm chilling. What did you say?
Doing cool.
Oh, doing cool. Like donkey. Done cool.
Young cook.
Joe Cool.
Done cook. Do you want to talk about Jin?
Who's G?
Oh, I did. Sure. Like, there's nothing really to say, but yeah, Jin's back. Oh, you know this.
He has been released from the
from
concentration
military.
camps. He
And
has
his
been
fans are
released of
facing
all
sexual assault
charges.
Sorry, what?
His fans are facing sexual assault charges.
For what?
Yeah, I don't know how serious that is right now. And
Who are they assaulting?
I sent you that video of him getting hugs from his fans or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a couple of fans went in for like the kiss, and obviously that was non-consensual.
Mm.
So I guess they're facing charges.
By the police.
Yeah.
But he can't. Did he? So he reported them.
Nah, I assume Hype does it because
Okay.
Hype Jin doesn't do anything. Like
It's the
all Hype,
security
like,
team.
It's like yeah,
Security.
it's his management or
Yeah, right.
like yeah. I don't know. We'll see. That's not like that interesting of a
Developing
thing,
story, not so.
but yeah.
It happened.
Fans
So
be
is
like-
the life of a Jin.
But yeah. But it was really cool. He had like a concert.
Welcome back
also,
concert.
when you got to see those like videos of like him BTS like seeing him and stuff, and
Yeah,
like
with
some of them are in their
the-
military outfits, and then RMs
With the
dressed up as-
saxophone.
You know that thing of like Squirtle with the saxophone. He's cosplaying as that.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty funny. And everyone else is in their like military outfits and shit.
Right, I couldn't
go.
tell why there was just like one guy with a saxophone.
I love that guy.
Shout outs to RM.
Album of the year, by the way. His album. I don't know. You got to listen to it, man. It's actually like album of the year level quality.
Maybe I will.
It's actually so fucking. You should listen to it.
Does
It's like
he rap
experimental
in
shit.
it?
Yeah, there's some rapping. There's like, I feel like it's mostly like kind of. I guess it's like experimental pop, rock, hip hop stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a blend of a bunch of genres. There's people you like on the album.
JYP.
Not. I meant like extra.
The people I like less are on this album.
Yeah, sure. But yeah,
Dang.
Jin's
Say
back.
less.
I was actually so happy, bro, because like,
He has been
I
released
wore
from
my
the camp.
BTS hat to work to celebrate.
Did anyone notice it as a homage?
No.
Truly, the BTS fandom has died.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll see next year, right? That's a pretty big thing, I guess, because BTS were like at the height of their popularity when they went there.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I feel like I don't know any K-pop groups that have sustained that level. Like even like obviously no other K-pop group really is as big as BTS, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like I don't know any that have like really sustained popularity
JYP.
as an individual.
Yeah. He has sustained 3
When
decades
did
of.
he debut and stuff?
T.
Because
Was it like
these
2005
old,
or
bro.
something?
Like,
Yeah.
these-
He has sustained throughout 2 or 3 decades.
Yeah.
He's still the king. Will always be the king.
Sweet dreams.
I made of his.
Just say feet, but
That's the
Well,
K-pop
this
news of the day.
Yeah.
K
It's that.
news, K drama.
Yeah, I'm surprised you brought that up.
I brought it up because I knew you will need.
I wasn't good. I
You are
actually
the
watched
resident
it. I was
K-pop
at about it.
analysis.
Well, it's not like it's just like a thing.
The thing.
This thing.
are
Like
you talking
oh,
about?
just like
a
how
bunch of videos about it. So yeah.
just like how the UK is now doing conscription, man.
They actually?
Yep.
They passed it in Parliament.
If
I
Rishi
think.
Sunak becomes prime minister, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
they
what
already
I
pass
thought
it?
it was.
I don't
thought it was
remember.
Lisa proposing a bill, right? I don't
Is
think
it
it's
still a
gone
proposal,
through.
or is it?
Was it?
I feel like since the what do they call themselves?
Actually, let's fact check that before we go any
Okay.
further. I feel like that's I actually thought it was. I guess
I
if
thought-
that's true.
I remember it being that if he went into power,
He's already in power, man.
yeah,
so
or if he wins the next election, right?
So it's an election promise.
I think it's an election promise.
It's kind of a dumb promise. Like who
Yeah.
wants that?
That is a
Uh,
good question.
UK.
Who does want that?
He said it was to
Wow.
promote brotherhood and community or something like that, to make people value morals,
Bro,
Cause
just
it-
fucking
Because
talk to your
the
neighbor, bro.
to bring down crime levels and like bring up respect in young people.
bro, Richie Sunak does not know what.
There's no correlation.
Work
I bet
is-
there is absolutely like no correlation between those things.
It's he talked
Well,
about his
that's,
Nando's order.
that's the that's like the thing of like back in the day, I guess, or even now, I guess. Like if you don't get good grades, I'm sending you to the military because that's the.
He
that's
only
the
eats
idea.
mild Nando's chicken with broccoli.
Well, now you know the sort of person he is. A psychopath, clearly.
Didn't he say like, I grew up poor. We didn't even have Sky TV.
Man, Richie Sunak is a fucking what do you call it? Fucking trust fund, baby. That's
But he's popular on the TikToks, I think.
why.
I don't know. I think he keeps. Is it him that keeps coming up with my TikToks? No, I looked at the wrong person. Show me a picture of this man.
He's a brown
Take a
man.
video. It could be anyone.
Is
It
the
might
TikTok
be.
man brown?
Yeah,
CEO of
but,
Google.
like, I
Could have
don't
been him.
know. It might be him. Yeah.
This is Richie Sunak, man.
Oh yeah, no, it's that dude. It is that dude. He keeps coming up on like my Instagram, like
All right,
reels.
you are
posts.
right, Sonny. It is an election promise.
Yeah.
The Tories are like, if we win, you get free national service, which will cost the government £2.5 billion. But if you refuse, there is no criminal sanction. Eh.
So it's
you
not
can
a
just refuse.
conscription. It's just like he's basically just saying we'll comp your military thing. But also, it could be a scam.
Yeah.
Do you know
What's
about that thing? Oh, sorry. do you wanna
Well, it
talk
seems
about
like it's a requirement thing of like you have to go, but you can delay it inevitably. But at a certain point, we will force you to go type beat.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a thing in America where I don't know if it's still a thing. This might be a year or two old, so I don't know. Still a thing. There was a thing that after you go to uni and you incur all of your uni debt, you can just join the military and they'll pay off your debt. But it was a scam. The government scam.
But ain't that
everyone.
called a salary?
Sort of, I guess. Like they would pay you salary on top of it.
Uh,
Because you know how like that's kind of how
Yeah.
it works in Australia as well with your ex debt. It's not like it's
okay. So additional on top of it. But why was that a
whereas
scam?
I think they do a percentage of, but like it's a scam because of a whole bunch of things. The way it's different in Australia, obviously, because
Yeah.
we do it through the government. But
Yeah.
the government in America, I don't know if this is still a thing. This is like a couple of years old. And once again, you might want to fact check, I guess. But like, I'm pretty sure they basically kind of outsource a lot of the loan stuff to private companies.
That's the American way.
Yeah.
This
And
is the way.
these companies just straight up
This is the
scam.
way.
Like they just don't.
That's why I don't like
Do it.
insurance.
Do you know the
There was
way?
like a lot of stories of military people going like, "Oh yeah, I did all my 5 years of military service, and they said that everything would be paid off, and it turns out they forgot to submit the form, and it turns out I owe even more
Dang.
money because they've been
Because
Because they
delaying the thing.
forgot.
So like they're generally like it's actual scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
America, the land of the free and free opportunity.
But not free tuition.
No free tuition.
Damn. You ever think about how we used to have free tuition in Australia? I think we
I do
literally
think
talked about
about
this on the podcast like a couple weeks ago.
And I mean, I think about this all the time.
We're young
You probably
people,
think
we talk
about this
about
all
it.
the time. When you think about damn tuition, I think damn Albo. Remember when you went to uni?
I mean, he actually did, to be fair, cut that.
Yeah, he has his tuck reduction.
And obviously, like,
It's not going to go back to the way it used to be.
Yeah, it's not like Albo can really do anything. It has to go through all.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just like, remember that? But then
It's
the
likely
other
the
guys.
liberals that are blocking that shit, right?
Yeah, that's why they're not pushing it because they know it's gonna get blocked. But that's the Greens talking. But they're like, come on, do the free thing because it's impossible to do, but do it anyway so you look good morally and superiority.
I will
Moral
say, I actually do have a
yeah.
green story there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have been listening to the new Charlie XCX album, Brat.
Is there a Greens member of Parliament in there?
Well, no, but you did I don't know. You actually, I think you started sending me Brat memes or something. Yeah, you started sending me, wasn't it?
There was a brat meme.
Yeah, you sent like a Brat meme or something.
No, maybe.
Because the thing is like green and then you put like text on it. Do you just not know why you said that? You just thought it was funny without knowing why it's funny?
That means it's a good meme because I don't know what the fuck it is.
You just said Brat. You just look at things and go, this could be funny. I don't know. I haven't read it properly. But,
It's funny without the context of it being brat.
But
art is open to interpretation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you know the Greens, green.
They're green.
So they started doing like a campaign of like just like doing Brat memes and stuff. And that was pretty. It was pretty funny.
It funny or cringe?
I mean, that's a fine line when politics, old, out of touch people do it. But I guess it was okay.
Right.
Greens are younger generally.
They're millennial. Well, a lot of the members are, but also Adam Band, 40.
Yeah, but I don't think he runs the social media of Green.
I assume
It runs past.
it'll be funny though if you think, oh, Adam Band posted.
How's the social media manager of our channel doing?
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Me.
Unofficially.
I don't.
I'm the only one who holds the damn account.
He's the only one.
I can log onto it.
Yeah, but have you posted anything
You
on
can
it?
log
I guess
onto
we
it.
should do
I
more.
posted on Threads. Remember when I posted
Yeah,
on Threads?
that was fine. Remember
Yeah.
Threads in general?
No.
See?
And what have you posted? The
Uh,
COD, the player's perspective.
yeah. And I'm gonna post something probably after this or tomorrow because I'm gonna record a DLC. But, right.
Okay.
And then we posted our own shorts back in high school, and like we posted our own like solo reviews.
Where's my videos, man?
My videos. I ain't got time this week. I got time next week though.
Right.
Anyway, moving on from that. Speaking of Threads, though, I did want to bring an attention to something. I know I talked to you about this yesterday, but I might as well. This is for the general people.
Yeah.
I have watched the 3rd episode of The Acolyte. I don't know if you've seen all the Twitter and stuff drama around fucking new Star Wars show, but people are absolutely dunking on this episode because it breaks Star Wars lore. And frankly, I didn't give a shit. I watched it. And it was like not a great episode, but that's not because it broke Star Wars lore. It's just because it's not good. That's my take on that shit. I don't know. But then again, I don't really care about Star Wars beyond the original trilogy. But I do like when things are good. Have you ever thought
Me
about
too.
that? I do like when things are good. I don't really like when things are bad. Just like putting that out there. I'd rather watch a good thing than a bad thing.
It's not
Yeah.
even
It
so bad that it's good.
Yeah. Nah, this one's actually just like. Oh, the example I used when I was talking to Deer was there is a scene with like two like 10-year-olds, right? This one 10-year-old is like, I want to be a Jedi, and then the other 10-year-old goes, Nah, I'm not letting you, and she's like, Damn, how are you gonna stop me? And she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And she literally says, I'm gonna kill you. Locks her in a room and starts to like commits arson.
Base.
And I was like, bro, oh, they're sisters by the way.
Okay.
And I was like, what? And then a scene later when they're escaping the compound separately, they run into each other, and then the arsonist is like, "What did you do to the other sister?" And she's like, "Bro, what did you do?" It's like, what? You locked her in a room, trying to kill her. And like,
going on?
See, if they were a
It's that
real
level, that's
Jedi,
the
they would
going
have
on?
escaped that ASAP. But nah.
What's going
But the
on?
takeaway
What's
is-
going
the
on?
Jedi groom kid. That's
Yeah.
like the funny thing.
Well, the takeaway was that the Star Wars fans on the interweb, the keyboard warriors, they're all about, oh my god, my lore, it's not lining up anymore.
But also, people already hated the show before the show came out. That's the
Because-
other thing about this one, because it's Disney Star Wars and all that, and it's,
Yeah.
there's no white people or something, and I'm like, okay, I don't the fucking show it with aliens, like,
Aliens ain't white.
yeah, who gives a shit? Like, I don't look at
Well,
the race of
yeah.
like you know how race is in like the human real life, but I don't look at that in a sci-fi, if that makes sense. Like, it's like they're humans,
Except
they're
if
aliens.
you're a
It's
dwarf.
different. It's like, yeah, what?
Except if you're a dwarf, then race does matter.
I said sci-fi, not like.
That's fiction. And they
I
have
meant like
science in
Star
that.
Wars,
We're
like,
going
yeah.
back into the fucking sci-fi
Yeah, but the
rants
takeaway
again.
was it's a bad show
Yeah,
in general,
it's just a
not
bad
just because
show.
the
It's like,
lore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Green frog and dark green frog. What's the difference? In
Also,
sci-fi
yeah,
makes no
also,
difference.
but like in the sense, it's also not. It's not like that bad. It's not as bad as people are saying it is. That's just what I said with the first two episodes. I'm like, it's kind of just meh.
Hmm.
And because I had a good premise, and they immediately ruined it by telling you who the killer is. And I'm like, why would you? It was meant to be a murder mystery. Why would you do this?
Because we're taking away the mystery and we're keeping the murder.
Yeah, that should be the tagline of the show, bro. Put on the Blu-ray cover.
Yeah.
Do it. Come
Yeah.
on, let's go. T-shirt.
Yeah.
10%.
You can put that onto the TUT Instagram. You can put a post of just like a fake movie, like acolyte
Okay,
poster,
yeah.
and put, we're doing the murder mystery, but we're taking away the mystery.
Yeah. It's just the murder.
The murder of the franchise? Question mark? Not really. Star Wars has been kind of dead.
The Instagram comments would say that.
Also, I feel like the main actually, if you think about it just from a technical like output perspective, there hasn't been a Star Wars film since Rise of Skywalker, and that was in 2019. Been 5 years,
Yes.
right? So like, I feel like that's the brand kind of dying a bit anyway. So I don't give
Yeah.
a shit about I can take it or leave it the TV shows, but the
Well,
movies.
they're planning on the Mandalorian thing.
Yeah, in like
Yeah.
5 years, bro. It's like not gonna be out for like not 5 years, like two
Yeah.
more. Two
But you
more
know
years
why?
is still a
'Cause,
long
like,
ass time.
2019 would be the time that the Mandalorian started popping off and like all the other shows.
So what actually happened, right, is I don't know if you remember a lot of stuff back then,
Yeah.
but basically Star Wars was doing really well, right?
Yeah.
Back when before Rise of Skywalker came out, when I had that was the
Yeah.
one that kind of killed the franchise.
Yeah.
Because back then they were like, oh, it's gonna be amazing. We have so many more movies planned. Ryan Johnson was getting a trilogy. The Game of Thrones writers literally rushed the end of season 8 because they had a contract with Disney to do a Star Wars show,
And they got
and
fired.
then they got fired from that show. So that's a funny little thing. And then they made the show we watched.
Which one?
The fucking aliens are coming. 3-Body Problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Taika Waititi was getting a movie.
Mhm.
But then I guess people didn't like Thor 4, and I guess not really anymore. But yeah, I think Kevin Feige was rumored to do something, maybe produce something. There's gonna be that like Top Gun type thing, but with Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Directed by Patty Jenkins, who did Wonder Woman. Then I guess Wonder Woman 84 came out, and people didn't like that. Basically, I don't know. It's just like they're just riding the trends of like when something is doing well, they're like, "Ooh, we want that direct." But the moment like they
They
make
make it Star Wars.
something that they don't like, I guess they just like canned it. And I don't know.
I mean, track record.
Well, no, it's just not really like the director isn't the one who makes They didn't actually write everything and all of that, and it's just
Yeah.
like just because like people have long careers, it's not like
Yes.
everything's gonna be a banger.
But the
Yeah.
big man with the mouse ears, they know how to spend their money. So they're like, yeah,
Well,
spend the
actually,
money on
they
that.
don't because during this time they had to switch CEOs and all. Do you remember how they
Oh,
fired Bob Iger? Then this other guy came in, Bob something else. Then he
Oh, the Bob.
fucked Disney even more, and that was through like the rushed Marvel VFX stuff and all that shit.
Mm.
So they fired that guy and hired Bob back. Anyway, that's a complete. I'm not gonna even bother talking about the whole
They
Disney
should
stuff.
hire
Oh,
me.
man,
But the
Bobby
point being
Brown.
is like they kind of fucked their own brand, and it's like I don't know.
So much for
I feel like
monopolizing
you
the
gotta
movie
make
industry.
make a fucking like Star Wars is the movies, and everything else kind of who cares really. Like no one's
Except for the fans.
yeah. There are those diehard Clone Wars fans and whatever, which I know I bet there are haters out there who are gonna.
Yeah,
I just
Clone
even
Wars
though
is the best Star
it's
Wars
not just
show.
me. You also don't really care for the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So like yeah, and I don't think you've even watched the Clone.
Whenever it was on TV as
Yeah.
a kid.
So that was diehard.
My Clone Wars was Attack of the Clone.
Well, it was like that. You know that 2D animated Clone Wars like TV series they made after.
They did.
Yeah, they did. Like Anakin.
Instead of saying My Roman Empire, let's just say My Clone Wars.
Yeah, my Roman Empire is the Egyptian Empire. I'll tell you that much.
My Clone Wars was the Ming Dynasty pussy.
Got you acting up.
Unwise.
Anyway, that's Star Wars for you. The Acolyte. I'll keep watching it if I have time. I need to get on the boys though.
True.
Reviews are saying it. Okay.
Hmm. Did I watch
Yes.
season 4?
Season 3. Season 4 is airing right now. Season 3
yeah,
we
yeah.
watched together. I think we watched.
Because Gen V set in between.
Season 3 and season.
So Gen V would be the latest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now the latest one's actually.
Okay.
Have you been watching any House of the Dragon?
I have tried to pay attention to it, and I got through 10 episodes, and I'm like,
Wait, you got through the whole season?
because that's why I didn't have time, really. But I must say, I wasn't like hugely paying attention. I just sort of put it under the back.
So you don't know.
But I could tell it was good.
You know who the characters and all of the.
There's a
Roughly,
big
'Cause you need to know
dragon.
that.
yeah.
They're doing season 2 next week, so you gotta watch season 1.
Yeah.
You.
I've watched 2 episodes 6 months ago.
And you don't know who knows what they were.
Yeah.
Trying to think if I watched anything else. I'm pretty sure it was just like the Acolyte. The one episode of the Acolyte.
Damn, cuz.
I've been gaming though. Been playing Assassin's Creed Origins.
That's where the Egypt comes.
Yeah. Been doing a lot of Egyptian research, You know how much they love their cats, bro?
That's where they're bold.
If
Where the
you
cats are
hurt a
bold.
cat, you get instant death.
Do you know
And
the
cats evolve through Egyptian times to become like lazy house. They evolved into Garfield.
Are they the original Gaff? Was Garfield bold?
I don't know.
The cat is Prophet Muhammad's favorite animal, supposedly.
That probably came from the Egyptian. Or I know a lot of that stuff is like goes back and forth because Egyptian. So yeah, all of that mythology.
But the Muslims would say the word of the Quran came from the skies.
Well, you know what else came from the skies?
Alien.
Yeah, and they built the pyramids.
They built it. Yeah, they built
Oh
the
yeah.
pyramids.
So, wait, actually, I already talked to him about this. But you do know an interesting fact study. You know when? Did you ever get taught that slaves built the pyramids?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
Fake news.
Fake news.
Right.
It never happened. It was like a paid laborer.
It was paid by a big pyramid, big
Hold on.
slave.
Yeah.
That also rings a bell.
Big slave.
I think I've heard both in my childhood.
Yeah, but the slave one is just false. You can just straight up look it up, and it's the first thing that comes up if you look up did slaves build the pyramids? They just didn't.
No,
Yeah, it was just like, but yeah, it's something that we all heard, and I assume
It was
maybe it was even
actually-
taught in school. But
tradies built the pyramid.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, yeah.
Because they needed maths. Boy maths. They needed boy maths to build those huge nothing nothing like alien technology couldn't give them. They
It
made
was
them
the-
themselves, obviously.
It was the CMFEU who built the pyramid.
At a gym.
That's like the local tradie union.
But it was a gym. I walked past.
That's like the office. That's in like it's near Yo Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta join my union. I'm gonna do that.
Then you can complain about your boss to your union rep.
Yeah, not girls by that way.
No grilled.
Not girls. In the, anyway.
That's how.
Anyway. Shall we talk about the main bulk of this third?
Big bulk.
Which one do you guys want to talk about first?
Are you going out and in, or are you going air? Ick.
Okay.
But the ick.
All right. First thing we're talking about is the TV series Eric.
Are we taking
Starring
the sunglasses off
Benedict
yet?
Cumberbatch.
Your choice. This
Are you
is
gonna
a
put
free
the sunglasses
country.
back on?
They're actually like kind of annoying to look through.
All right.
They had to see it through.
2-1, outnumber.
I want to
Yeah,
look at
Eric.
Dio's face with beautiful
See,
visage.
With the sunglasses, you can pretend that you're not actually looking at them. Well, actually,
Yeah. I've been staring at the camera this whole
I've heard
time,
it
but
looks
no one
like
will
it's
tell.
just like I've had a hangover and this is my
Yeah.
That's sort of true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the speed dealer, son.
yeah. So you
The
look at
beard
that.
adds
Deals.
to it as well.
Yeah.
Now you just
definitely.
need some Ziploc bags and flour.
I've got the
Got the bag. Eric starring Eric Nam.
starring Benedict Cumberbatch.
Eric Cumberbatch.
Ah. Anyway,
And
good.
Edgar.
It's the premise of the show is kid goes missing. Benedict Cumberbatch be like, maybe if I use puppet, I can find kid.
And
It's
everyone
serious.
says, you're insane, man.
Like, nah.
Nah.
All right. Did you love it?
Did you hate it? Well, would you rate it?
Did you like it?
You know, I thought, cool thing happened here. Yeah, I guess overall, pretty nice show. Lil Jon was not in the show. Unfortunately, it had its good moments and maybe some missed opportunities within the plot. But overall, I'd say it was okay.
What about you? The last sun.
Can you tell where I'm looking?
At your plot.
At my penis. This movie was my penis.
Well, for
'Cause
a start,
it
this
was
TV show.
Just good.
Mediocre?
Just alright. It was good, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Underwhelming?
Not too deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not underwhelming. My penis ain't underwhelming.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
tell
It's
you.
just whelming.
Yeah.
I liked this one. I thought it was good. A good time.
That's what I'm saying.
But not really. I mean, it's a kind of a miserable time for the most part. But like,
yeah.
I liked it. My thoughts are, I guess, good show. Interesting hook with the mystery
Let him hook.
and the, I guess, the concept of like insane man type beat. Kind of gave me the vibes of Sherlock when he's on his heroin arc, bro.
Crazy.
Really?
And also, it's like a marriage story type beat as well. I guess
Share with me a plot, Lisa. Oh, wrong one.
That was
every day.
the marriage didn't even happen.
Every day I wake up.
So yeah, my main, I guess, points of criticism is
Criticisms.
kind of the way the show is paced, with how it's kind of like there's these two storylines going on. Kind of like this big, I guess, conspiracy type beat, and then there's like looking for the kid, and they don't really cross over very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both stories are interesting enough in their own right, but just like they kind of feel awkward, and it kind of makes you. I felt like I cared less about the conspiracy because the show kind of starts off with we need to find the boy and all of that.
Yeah.
That became kind of my main emotional attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other stuff, even though it was like pretty well written, interesting conspiracy shit, I guess, felt very reminiscent of like Batman type story, or like a Gotham City sort of vibe. But yeah, and I don't think it meshed that well. I guess I guess the tone, like the tone is a bit off sometimes, because like sometimes it wants to be a bit funny with the
I think that
goofy.
you explained the issue I had.
Yeah.
Yes. I couldn't put
But
it
the
into
show is
words.
like dead serious,
Yeah.
so it's like a
But he
little bit,
insane.
I know.
yeah. Which is I was like, damn, why are they trying to make us laugh sometimes?
We needed more. We needed something more.
You wanted more laugh?
We needed something more.
It wasn't like, I don't think it was too distracting, because I actually used that puppet character, I feel like, pretty minimal. It's not as prevalent as I
Yeah.
thought it would be.
Right up until the end.
Another thing we needed more.
Yeah.
But you wanted more, Eric.
We
Yeah,
wanted
maybe it
more.
would have been better to have more.
In a better implementation.
Because like
More.
even in like the first episode, he comes in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We wanted.
yeah, and you have to remember 50% of the show is dedicated to the Benedict Cumberbatch. 50% is dedicated to stuff that isn't related. So it's
Detective
like,
Miss.
yeah,
And you named the show, Eric.
yeah. The show should be called Mysteries in the Big Apple.
Yes.
Big App.
The Big Apple goes rotten.
Ooh. There's a worm in the Big App.
You know what's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Half a worm.
I've never found a worm in
You
an
said it.
apple.
Me neither.
You need.
Although I have picked lemons off of my lemon tree that had a big clump growing in it, and I cut open the clump, and it was all like black and like it felt like something out of Half-Life. What am I thinking of? Last of Us.
So it's a
Well,
zombie
Some like
zombie
growth in
matter.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cancerous bug
Yes. Let
in
me throw
your
it out.
lemon.
Yeah. And oh, I think the performances are really good. I feel like pretty, yeah. I think the kid's performance is alright, but like kid acting, what can you really expect? But I think Benedict Cumberbatch actually gives like one of his best performances I've seen.
Does he ever have a bad performance?
No, actually, I feel like he's one of my favorite actors. He's like good in everything, and it's like,
And so versatile.
I actually, okay, this is just like a thing that doesn't really make much sense, and it does kind of make like, because this is really a New York type story. But I didn't think this was going to be a British drama, and I was really excited for Benedict Cumberbatch to go back to being British.
Yeah.
But he
How
was
did you
doing
think
his
it was a
American
British
accent.
drum?
Huh?
How did you think it was a British
Because
drum?
Benedict Cumberbatch is in it.
But it's New York.
Yeah, I didn't know that going into the show. I thought it was. I didn't know anything about the show other than it, because no one's talking about this show. That's the other thing. I was like,
Yeah.
why is no one talking about this show? This show's actually kind of like a low key banger.
Yeah.
And Benedict Cumberbatch is in it, and he's like a big actor. Yeah. I mean, because I think his American accent's not like it's fine, you know.
It's
But
the Doctor
I like
Strange.
because you know me, I'm like a Sherlock dude, right? I'm like down with that Sherlock shit. So
I'm all about Watson too, man.
Yeah. Bring him back.
Bring him back.
New season. Totally.
See, just like Watson, Dad in this show should have had a gun, then he would fix all his problems.
Yeah. Oh. What other thing? I feel like the ending was a little bit. Actually, that's definitely spoilers. I was just gonna say the ending of the show, and I was like, we'll talk about that later. I have sort of issues with the tone of the ending as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even though I like the ending in the way that like I kind of. It's the ending I guess I would prefer to like the alternative, you know what I mean? Obviously, for like obvious reasons.
That will be good.
We
It'll
can't
be a
just
good
spoil
thing
it.
if
Yeah.
it wasn't that.
We'll talk about that later. And I did get scared at the end of the penultimate episode where I thought that something had happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, there's no fucking way!"
Oh hell no!
Yeah, because I mean, with these sort of shows, if it involves like a kid and stuff, I feel like it's the obvious thing, but like I always want the kid to be okay, and it's like, yeah, that's why I like fuck Broadchurch, even though Broadchurch is like fucking amazing, and that's the best like.
But they're real
a
about
kid
it. They're
dying sort of
kid
murder
dead.
mystery thing. But that's cool. Yeah, I feel like the best. Yeah, those like tragic stories just always like so miserable, but like so good. But like I hate it. You know what I mean? I can't take any more of it. Yeah,
Hits.
Inside Out 2 was too emotional, and then this would anyway. We'll talk spoilers later. So yeah, we said acting was good. Did we like? What other thing? Oh, did you like the like? I thought the puppet design and everything looked really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, I like the look of
Motherfucker.
Eric, and yeah, I actually like the whole puppet thing of like how he's a puppet too.
I assume it's a Sesame Street ref.
Yeah,
They're in New York.
yeah, no.
Where my Elmo,
Almost Millie Rockin', dude.
Millie Rock. He's dropping it down.
Yeah.
Elmo's being a real monster.
Oh, Monster of these streets.
Free.
Yeah.
I mean, general environment design is pretty good.
Try to find virgin on Sesame Street. Impossible. Ah.
Yeah.
Damn. That crazy.
Yeah.
They got 80s New York, I guess.
Yeah. I was actually trying to figure out the era, and I was like, yeah.
And then they said like 1984
I
or
think
something.
someone brought out a boombox.
It's the early hip
it's
hop
like-
days. They're like, damn, these hoodlums with their hip hop.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack was pretty good. I think the soundtrack was more 70s, I think.
Yeah,
Or
because
maybe
it's
a
like
bit of
mid
80s.
80s, so like not the boomers, the oldies,
They-
like the old music. So
The one song they keep using is the song that was in Guardians of the Galaxy when Peter's mum dies. So I just associate that song with death and sadness. But,
They do
yeah.
it on purpose. Oh.
Nah, ain't no way.
Ain't no way they're shouting to the Marvel crowd. No way.
Peter. Hater.
New York?
Also, I feel like
New York?
all of the characters in this show are kind of not likable,
Yes.
except for I think the cop. I think the cop's fine,
And the
and the secretary. Yes, the secretary is cool, but she's like fairly.
and I mean the guy
But
the
Benedict-
co-creator of the Sesame show, but
No, he's not.
He
Dude,
was
stop defending that
nice.
man.
until we find out.
Wait, yeah. Well, that's the thing. They always pretend to be nice, you know, Drake.
Or not proven yet.
All right. Even though Benedict Cumberbatch isn't like meant his character, I mean, is meant to like be a great person, but he's still like complex enough that he's interesting to like.
He's real.
Follow, you know.
He's
You're not rooting against him.
Yeah.
Maybe you were. I don't know. God, I hope this
Like
kid
any
fucking
good
dies.
character, he has
Yeah.
depth.
Yeah. So I think that was well written. I think actually, like, all the characters I feel like are actually given a lot of depth. I think the wife is given a lot of substance as well.
Substance abuse.
No, that's better than Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that's
Put your
true.
sunglasses back on with the substances.
Right, yeah. But yeah,
A lot of wife moments.
yeah.
Like, why you no fuck? We getting divorced. Real.
Let's spoil the show.
So that was in the first episode.
Nah, not the second thing you added. That was at the end of the show.
Dang.
So cut that part.
But that wasn't really important.
Just cut that part, bro. Cut. Okay, we'll start. Yeah.
Preaching to the choir coming straight from the underground.
Young Drizzy got it bad. He's brown.
This is Canadian, bro.
Okay.
I'll go on Delilah. All right, moving on. Shall we go spoilers?
Boom,
Yeah.
bop, spoilers.
Yeah.
Zone.
So I guess I'm gonna immediately jump in and talk about the ending off the bat. I
Okay.
feel like a couple of things actually prior to that kind of led to. They did the kind of the acolyte thing of like in the middle of this, except acolyte does it way worse than at the start of the show. But they kind of just tell you what happens in the middle of the season of like where the kid is, and it's
Yeah.
like
yeah.
not super interesting. It's like the kid literally just ran away, and he's not being held
Mhm.
captive or anything.
To the
So it's not like
sewers.
it's nothing that interesting. But I guess that's good, right? You know, the kid.
Good news for y'all. But then, I mean, they still had the threat of the other
Yeah,
homeless person
yeah.
trying to sell the kid. So I guess that's what keeps the momentum going a bit.
And I guess I don't know if I were to put a criticism, all right? Like the I know you guys want me to love this show or whatever, but if I were to
Yeah.
say like one thing, I feel like the way they portray substance abuse in the show isn't like very fair, because like you get like the homeless character, like that particular
Yeah.
character, and she's treated like really poorly, and like like she does bad stuff and whatever, but like she's like it's because she has an addiction, right? Like
But does that justify selling a child?
no, that's the
Yes,
thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they kind of make it like, yeah, they kind of just go like, oh, she's like the absolute worst. But Benedict Cumberbatch also is a dick. But I guess
But he
he's
didn't
the dick
sell
we're
his kid.
following. So
Yeah.
it's his substance abuse problems and stuff are more morally questionable than it is bad. You get what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's like it's
Comparing
not really
the two,
that
yeah.
fair the way they kind of treat the homeless people in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like is
this show does promote, or they're all about help the homeless and shit, because the government don't pay. Because this the 80s, man, and Reagan was king.
They are, but they're also not really. They kind of just go help the homeless people, but we're not going to add any more to that. We're not going to say like how and like what are they?
There's
They're
the
like
whole spiel about
it's more about
public
the
housing or
people.
whatnot.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true. But that is so. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of minor in the background context stuff more than it is
Sure.
important.
It's not a direct
Because it's more
thing
like
they talk about.
they're more doing like, oh, the mayor's trying to push them out. It's more about the mayor than it is,
Yeah.
you know, because it's about the whole corruption thing. Also, that conspiracy is a little bit, like, okay, so like then that conspiracy with the other kid that goes missing, right? But like they killed him kind of unnecessarily.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
one cop just like, I want to kill this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
but I
8.
mean, homophobia be running rampant.
Yeah, it's like,
I
you should have
guess.
sucked my cock. Now you get to die.
Yeah, so like yeah,
That's what's happening.
yeah. I don't know if that was like a super satisfying reveal in a way.
No, but it's kind of like, I felt it was like, yeah, this kind of real, because things just happen.
Yeah, it's kind of
Things
it
just
does
happen.
just
I'm like,
happen.
yeah, shit.
And I guess that is kind of like one of the things. It's just like these just happen, and then people cover it up, and it.
Yeah.
More the larger implication of I guess this could happen to anyone, and probably has, and all of that jazz.
Because these
That's
human
kind of a minor
motherfuckers
thing. I don't think it's that important. And as I was saying before, I feel like the main mystery that I'm focused is still what happened to the kid. I feel like it's not that. Like the answer to that mystery is nothing. The kid just ran away
to the
to the
sewers.
sewers.
Follow that guy with
Yeah.
the tag. Yo, when he fell from the ladder, I mean, I guess he just got up again while the homeless person died.
Get up.
Edgar.
Well, that happens off screen, so
Yeah, so that's kind of
I
like
think if I were to
moment.
if I wouldn't defend this show,
Yeah.
but I know you want me to hate this show, but if I were to say something this show defense, I think the implication is probably he like landed on her and she
killed her.
died. Like she cushioned his fall.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
That would probably.
So what's the whole point of that?
Also, okay, that leads you to So my issues with the final episode basically is that stuff obviously all happens off screen or whatever because they're trying to do like a bait and switch sort of
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
The kid's just fine, but not as in like not injured fine. I mean like the kid is in a generally positive mental state
Yeah, he's
following
like,
all this
yeah,
ordeal,
I'm
and he's
up.
just chilling out. And they go for a really, and I gotta admit, it did get me kind of emotionally just because I was so invested in seeing the kid
So
return
he's
to his
back.
family, right?
Oh my god.
But they did it in a very, very kind of manipulatively sappy way
Yeah.
of like when it's all bright, like it's all in the daytime, so everything's really bright, and it's like
Big
he makes this big
speech.
speech and this emotional music playing,
And then there's
and then the kid's
French
in the
toast.
thing, and it's the French toast, and the kid
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
makes the reference to the quote, like all of that, and it's done in a very. It does
Like,
not feel organic at all.
Yes.
It's
Like,
a very
movie moment.
yeah,
or
which
like
kind of was
TV
the.
show.
I feel like that was the biggest like tonal shift for me. It was just like this is too bright and teary for me. And they do the dramatic run home like it's like a fucking
Yeah.
romantic comedy or something. I don't know. It's like
See,
they gotta meet each other. And it's
This
very-
is my issue with the
Yeah.
film. They shouldn't have done French toast.
Firstly, it's a TV show. It's a TV show, Sonny.
They should have done
Okay.
eggs Benedict.
They should. That's actually that's true. It's true.
Dang. They could have been a deep cut.
Yeah. So yeah.
What is a big egg Benedict? Is this boiled egg?
Poached
eggs?
poached eggs with hollandaise sauce
Yeah.
What kid wants
I
to
think it's
eat
something
that?
with toast.
and toast on toast.
I'd rather
But what's the
get
thing with
French toast.
the egg in
man.
the toast? That's a egg in the
Egg
basket
in
or
the
something?
toast?
Yeah.
Like you cut a hole in the toast and you put the egg in it?
So
I don't know what that
is there
is.
something in the
I
basket?
would have just
It's
said
like
that
a
was an
British
Instagram
thing, right?
trend.
Maybe
Huh.
too. I don't-
My grandma
I
did
don't know.
that.
Shout out to your grandma.
Shout out to my
Did
ma,
she watch the
grandma.
she watched the pod?
Well, she wouldn't understand a single bit of it, so
Did she listen?
Oh, we should put this podcast through like a AI Chinese translator. Can it figure it out and translate?
do you want to find out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole ending bit
Yeah.
kind of massive tonal shift. And I guess my
I think the one with the cop storyline ended better because it was like he exposed the corruption. It wasn't
Mhm.
like in a easy way. It was like a
because it wasn't
because
a
it doesn't have definitive. It actually kind of ends sort of somberly because they never find the kid's body, right?
yeah.
But it does. The corruption gets exposed.
Yeah, it closes off loose ends for them. But yeah, it's not like a cheery
Yeah.
movie type rom-com ending as the Edgar.
Yeah. The cheery Edgar ending where the co-creator fucking jumps out of a window.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
Happy days.
Yeah.
that's also weird. It's like, oh, a guy sees TV. I'm like, damn, my name is fucked. Time to kill myself. He jumps down, and then at the end, Benedict Cumberbatch goes to work, and he sees the co-creator's little puppet. He's like, damn. Then he lives on with his life.
Oh, also, yeah. So another criticism I was saying about the two storylines like not meshing well at all. Like in the first episode, they presented kind of like a bunch of people and gave them like a shot each of them looking like really suspiciously at the
Yeah.
camera or something. And half of those characters were nowhere near the boy and had nothing to do with the kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Oh, you
Because
know
you
what?
think there might be,
cool.
yeah.
Going back a bit to the co-creator guy, they could have made him a plot point linking to the fucking cop shit more than just like an info thing. You know?
He honestly kind of had nothing. Not really. He didn't really
Yeah.
do anything in the show. It's just like he's a pedo, so I guess that could relate to the kid going
Whoa.
missing.
Because I mean,
is why it was
he
very funny
didn't
when
get
Benedict
involved in the
Cumberbatch-
case by just
So-
giving the name of like one guy.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Could have linked that.
I don't-
But yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, that's
Um,
crazy, bro. Whoa.
But I still think the show is good. Yeah, like it's still just like it's pretty good. But not murder mystery except for that Gotham story. I guess that is a murder.
What was the tagline you said before? Murder without the mystery?
I feel like they could have taken like
Murder mystery.
they
that's
should have
just-
done the Gotham stuff and just made a Batman show out of that storyline. And just
Without
had
Batman.
because Batman solves murders. Like he's a detective.
Yeah, but he's not in the precinct. Not with the commissioner code.
No, he's a private detective. Like Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah.
is kind of he's on film. Cool. Do we have anything more to add?
What would Eric say?
Is that your motto?
Because
Hey, it's time to wrap up this part so we can move on to Inside Out 2. You fuck. I don't know.
yeah, he'll say.
Yeah.
You fucking child.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot child.
Hey,
You're a
especially on
bad
a
father.
TV show about children.
Fucking idiot children. I gotta make them laugh and shit. Well, they can laugh at my funny words. Like fucking shit.
They can laugh at these nuts, but not in that way because that's inappropriate.
But they
Double
look
down on it,
funny.
you fucking wanker.
All right. What do you give it?
I give this one a 6.5.
I give it a 7.
Damn. Well, I guess I liked it a lot. I thought you used more bet on it than you were. Yeah.
More what?
Huh?
More what?
Meh. What?
I got more complaints.
What?
I got more
Oh,
complaints.
fuck. Do I thought you
No, as in, like, I got more complaints than this man.
Oh. But that's just normal. So
I liked it. I just
Yeah.
like, it could be, I needed more.
All right. Well, anyway, I give it an 8. I
Uh-huh.
think it was good, but some couple of problems. So I guess that's an average of like
7.4, 3, 2,
Yeah.
1.
All right, let's talk some Inside Out, baby.
Inside Out 2.
Out.
Damn. When I was going into this movie, I thought it would be bad because
Did you like the last one?
I did.
The
Yeah,
last
it
one's
was
a
like,
film
it's,
the
a
whole
good, it's a
time.
good movie.
Yeah, it's a good kids film.
I don't
It
have
was
a
a decent film
particular
the whole
strong
time.
attachment. It's not like because when did it come out? It would have been like
2016.
yeah, it wasn't when I was really young. So it's not like, 2016 was not when I was into fucking. So it was like
Yeah.
2014.
I'd moved on.
Was it
from this.
2014?
Nah, it was like post 2014, man.
2015.
It was one of like Pixar's more recent.
But I remember seeing it in primary.
Well, 2015, you were in year 6 or 5 or whatever.
2015, I would have been in years.
Yeah, 2015. That's when I,
It probably came out at the start of 2015.
well, that's actually when I was into Marvel. Probably because I watched Age of Ultron. That was sad.
Yeah,
Fun
yeah.
fact. Anyway, it's a good movie. Set out one. So yeah, going into this, I thought this would be absolutely terrible because
Yeah.
What's
sequels
that?
and all of that jazz. But
But
I
Toy
rem-
Story 2, though.
yeah, but I thought Pixar's days of making good movies
Yeah.
in general kind of behind them because they
Oh,
they haven't really made anything like yeah, right, that was it. Yeah, I was gonna say they haven't really made anything bad recently, and I was like Toy Story 4
Haha.
and it like this. Like it's such a depressing movie. Is like have you like that movie's about like fucking like he goes like he gets he stays like young or whatever because of time travel or whatever, and he's always friends
Uh-huh.
die around, and that's what that movie's about.
Read. I don't think I watched
And
that.
Toy Story 4 was
isn't it
just
just so
like,
relatable?
why are we doing this? And now Toy Story 5 is coming out.
A lot of
It's all
Toy
of the
Story.
Disney pressure, and I don't.
Mm.
Disney haven't been making bangers yet.
No, they've been busy
Frozen
making live action.
3.
That is probably
Yeah.
But
Frozen
it
2
feels
is
like
fine.
too far, too long, too little, too late.
Moana.
yeah. Moana 2 is dropping. I'm gonna review it,
Moana?
and then the Moana live
Moana.
action is dropping, which I think is ridiculous.
Yo.
Like Moana's way too recent.
To have a
way
live
too
action.
recent for a remake.
Yeah.
But
A remake?
Yeah, live action remake.
Oh.
It's Dwayne Johnson like
Is he also acting in that one?
Yeah, but they're switching out the actress for him.
Probably Dwayne be like, I want to be on.
Well, Dwayne
So
Johnson's career, I
Yeah,
feel like
same.
Black Adam, because that bombed, and then he's stopped being in anything that's done well.
Fast and Fury.
That
Black
bombed.
Adam.
Well, actually, no, it didn't bomb. It did okay.
Yeah.
It did really well opening weekend, and then immediately dropped off after. That's what I remember.
Uh,
Because we went and saw it in Vin Diesel cosplay, and everyone, I want to be like those two guys.
that's right.
And then never again.
But we'll do it again, part 2.
That's going to be the final. They've decided not to do part 3, and I'm so happy.
All right. They're cutting it down.
I'm sure Hobbs and Shaw 2 or something will come out.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, point being, this has been a lot of build up to what we were going to say. I really like this movie. What do you like it? You're,
I
as an
thought it was
inside out.
decent, yeah. I mean, I'm not as in tune with the kids' films these days because I'd rather not, but it was decent.
But I think it's like genuinely a good kids movie, like
Yeah.
in the way that like I know we'll watch stuff and be like, oh, does it entertain us or whatever? But like with kids movies, it's sometimes not always about.
Mm.
And like I look at movies like, for example, the Mario movie, where I'm like,
You went
but
fuck
is it
them
a good
kid.
kids movie? And like, oh, the animation's nice, but is it teaching any kids good stuff? Because I feel like
Yeah.
kids, these sort of movies.
Mario taught me that it's a me Mario.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
But I feel like this story is, and I feel like this is a story I'm pretty sure they pretty much started working on after Inside Out 1 came out,
Mm.
just to be working on other things as well. So I think this is like something they genuinely wanted to make, not just Disney being
Yeah.
make something. So I feel like,
Because it feels natural.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk about more of the teen emotions. As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I feel like the strength is just the Inside Out concept just works because everyone can relate, because everyone's going through.
Because everyone's a human being,
Yeah,
except if you're not.
unless
Yeah,
you're
alien.
a Casper
Like cat.
or any of the
Garfield.
other life forms out there. But yeah. So I feel like that. I think even though I thought they would mess it up, it's kind of hard for them not to mess it up.
Unless you made a fake emotion.
Yeah. Is this a perfect movie? I don't think it is. But I think it's like pretty much the same. It might be, I don't know if this is controversial to say, but I feel like it's about the same level as preview. But maybe it's because these years were close to, like, they're more recent, so I can
Yeah.
relate more to. I can remember these more
Yeah.
times. You know what I mean?
I agree with that
Sure.
sentiment. I feel like it's about on par with the first.
Yeah.
And it did get me like emotion. I did. I
mean,
did
even-
shed some tears.
even
And the people near me were also crying. I could
Mm.
hear them. They were hiding in the darkness, but I could hear you
This is
sobbing.
true.
You little.
This is true. This is true.
You were crying.
Well, I ain't saying that was me, but
It was you, wasn't it? You were in the
I
corner.
ain't saying that, man.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that, man. You can't see my tears under these shades.
Oh yeah. Did you like
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, yes, it's pretty on par with the first
Yeah.
one. Like, even the story beats are kind of like the first one, but in a different way.
So that kind of brings me to pretty much the only negative I actually have with the film is just like just some of the story beats are just the same as the previous movie.
Yeah.
Joy has a thing of being like, damn, maybe not all the time it's meant to be joyous, which she learns in the first movie. But again, Sadness also has a similar thing where, like, I guess she's got to go do stuff, which was
And
kind of
be
the
more
same.
in the.
Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they've changed the voice actors of Disgust and Fear.
No more Velma.
Yeah,
Velma
no more
isn't in the
Velma.
movie anymore.
Not a. I used to like Mindy Kaling because she made the show that we watched together with.
We should
Abraham
watch a
and
lot of
Thomas.
shows together. the
Never
what?
Have I Ever.
Oh,
And she did stuff for The Office, the American one. So I did like it, but I feel like Velma's just. I don't know, my faith in her writing ability has gone down.
mm,
Velma season
Very
3,
sad.
where's it at? And yeah, Bill Hader was the other guy.
Yeah.
But there are a bunch of new emotions, and I
Right.
thought they were all well done.
Yeah.
Good addition. My
mean,
Hawk is
although-
anxiety. Yes, sorry.
yeah, they're all cool emotions, but I feel like anxiety probably took the wheel on this one.
Yeah.
Well, the others were just kind of.
Yeah, they're meant to be sort of
Sat
the
back.
ringleader.
But I
did
still
nothing.
like, yeah, but like the other emotions aren't really given a whole lot of substance, obviously, but I
Yeah.
feel like they were distinct enough to me, like that
Sure.
I really liked Envy because she's voiced by from the Bear and Bottoms and stuff, that actress, and I love her, and she's so good in this. I love the embarrassment.
Mm.
There's a kind of a cute little romance sort of something there. Like, I dug that.
Yeah.
And even Ennui like had a lot of good jokes. That's
Fact
probably like my
is
least
strange.
interesting one to me, but like
Yeah.
it still had like good jokes. Like they served them. Like the jokes in this are a lot of like emotion
Haha.
type jokes, and it's good.
Relatable
But I feel like
humor.
compared to the main cast of Emotions, which all have their bits, the new cast is not as prominent individually. Or is it like they're not pulling their weight, you know?
But like, yeah, because they're not. The focus is still on like the main. They're not really the new cast. They're supporting
Yes.
cast. It's
But
like
they're
the
the
main
new
cast
gang,
is still
though.
the main cast. You follow them, and then you've
Yeah.
got, I guess, the main
The main
antagonist.
antagonist to it, things out.
Yeah.
Why ain't the other ones antagonized?
Well,
as
that's
much?
actually part of the character. I guess if you want to say character development, it's kind
Yeah.
of spoilers, but like I guess that's the point, right? With those characters, because
It's also in the trailer a little
we'll
bit.
get to this. I guess
Yeah.
we'll talk in spoilers as to why that is. But they have a thing. I had another complaint. Oh yeah, this is I guess my general inside out complaint about like just the nature of its like emotions, and it's hard to do stuff for emotions that are characters without them breaking character. You know what I mean? Like the
Emotions have emotion.
because for it to be a movie, they have to go through some development, but that doesn't make logistical sense. So you have to completely, I feel like, disassociate from that when watching the movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like you'll still think about that, like when Joy is being sad, you're kind of like, oh, that's a sad thing to do. That's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I feel like that's kind of just a general
Mhm.
world building complaint in both of these movies, which I just think is, it's not really that. It's
it's
not
just
that
a small
important.
price to pay for, I guess, kids' character. Because they are representations, not literal emotion.
But they're
And
also
they're,
kind of meant to
they're
be.
humanized represent. So what do you call them when you humanize an
They're
object?
Anthropomorphizing.
Or is that just? I don't know.
For objects, or it giving something that's not human. It's giving human.
Giving
characters.
it's giving human.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Anthropomorphizing.
Giving human.
Giving human, dude. Yeah.
Because if not, they'll be like psychopath. Be like possibly happy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like that's what I mean. It's just like a
Mhm.
general world building thing that's inevitable.
Do you think the 9-year-olds are thinking about?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just a minor
Yeah.
thing I'm just mentioning. I don't have a big complaint about it. It's
Little
thing.
I
little
really
cold.
wanted to see the emotion skibbity.
Do you think they have toilets in that HQ? They have a.
Honestly, like, do the emotions ever sleep or stuff?
They slept in this movie.
Because they did sleep in this one, and I'm like, but they don't need to. I don't really understand that. And like, when would
the
they have the
assumption
time
is
to
when
sleep?
Riley
Does it have to
sleeps,
be-
they.
No, but they're busy doing all the dream shit as well, right? They have to manage the
But those
dream.
are the slaves downstairs.
doing the
Oh,
dreams.
it's like night work. Oh, it's literally work. They're just clocking into work. I
I
guess
think
it
that's
is,
what I
yeah.
remember from the last one, that they clock in to do their dreams and they change over.
Oh, maybe it is. I haven't seen that one in a while.
I vaguely remember that. Am I talking about my ass? I remember there was the Dream Company thing.
Yeah.
DreamWorks.
Well, the dream company's back.
Yeah, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
But it's the future planning anxiety.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Future planning anxiety. I think that's just called debt.
Yeah.
Wait till Riley. Oh yeah, the most real quote was when someone said like, Because growing up, just realizing you're losing your joy or some shit, I was like, yep, that's so me, bro. That's
Yeah.
so me. Wait till you're a proletariat in the working class society.
Mm. But it makes
You
you
Yeah,
had,
yeah,
sad
that
you
to
had a
was
enjoy
whole
more.
proletariat rant. Read.
Yeah, yeah, so the storyline is a general banger.
Mm.
It takes place in like 3 days, and it a lot of themes in here like friendship,
And chasing clout.
sportsmanship,
You know what?
anxiety,
Chasing clout.
chasing clout,
Yeah,
like changing but without losing your sense of self. That's kind of like the big one, I guess.
yeah.
That's a new concept.
And I think
They
it's done like really. They illustrate
introduced.
that visually and with this whole metaphor, really.
It took me like 3 years to manage my emotions, and Riley did it in 3 days.
Damn, you suck.
Well,
I
actually,
did.
she doesn't. She actually, well, she doesn't.
Doesn't. Not really.
Yeah.
The emotions did.
She's more in tune with her emotions than I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's unrealistic. Come
Because
on,
you
man.
didn't have
That's true, yeah, I'd say this is
five
because,
crazy
yeah,
people in your head trying to figure it out.
Well, they can go fuck themselves. And then that's when my brain shuts itself off because it can't be fucked dealing with me anymore.
Dang.
I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
All right. Let's do some specific stuff before we get to spoilers. Let's talk acting. Do you like the voice acting? I thought all of the new
Yeah,
cast
they're
did
pretty
good job.
cool.
Fine.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys like? Yeah, you like the writing and story.
Yeah, it says so.
Don't mind it.
So like this is a good one. Well, Inside Out's cool because it's like a good one for the kids. It's like colorful and just an adventure story. And they're like on a little quest. Whilst it's got like those, you'll understand when you get a bit older type.
You understand a bit more.
I feel like it's more impactful to be now than I would be if I was.
If you're a kid, would you just be like, "Oh my god,
Hey,
it's
that's
red,
actually, you know,
green"?
Do you remember how we watched the movie Soul?
Yes.
That was a Pixar movie. But I
But
was
the
like,
Dead Man.
damn, I don't really like that movie because it's like it's a fucking like existential movie. I'm like, but this is a kid's movie, and it's like, bro, what kid's gonna give a shit about
They
this?
should think about that. They'd be like, "What the
Nah,
fuck
but I
is
think,
it?"
like-
It'll make the parents value their children more.
Yeah, I feel like
Nah.
imagine the kid I have watching Soul to his parents like, Mom, I'm gonna die eventually. And
It's
this
a
is
good
whole
thing because
deal.
kids, they gotta learn that people die. Sometimes people don't learn that.
Fucking snowflakes.
You gotta learn
You
like when you,
fucking
step
soy boy
on an ant,
snowflake.
bro. When you step on like you're like
Yeah.
fucking lighting ants on fire or some shit. I know what
Yeah.
kids do these days. They're Pokemon. They're catching Pokemon, but they're bugs.
I play Pokemon Go every day.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that? Remember when?
Yo, they had that gum commercial ad. That actually made me do a giggle. There's actually a really cool. Let's talk about some visual stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of don't really. I don't know. The Pixar visual style doesn't really interest me that much anymore. But like to its credit, it did a cool thing where they did multiple animation styles at one point, like the video game thing, and it was like, I thought that was all really
little
cool.
fanny pack, flying fanny
That
pack
was actually one of my favorite bits. Oh, it's a parody of
that's
Bluey
cool.
as well.
of Bluey.
Yeah, it was like it's Bluey.
What do you mean?
It was a dog, right?
It's the fanny pack.
What? Dog? Yeah,
It
dog.
was a dog with a fanny pack, right?
Yeah.
There's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually fell asleep right before that scene, by the way.
Oh,
But
I
I
know,
was
I'm
gonna say, did you
tripping.
fall asleep? Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
the
a dog
fucking
that had the
yeah.
fanny pack, and the dog kept going. Do you want to grab something from my fanny bag?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the dog. Yes,
Yeah.
dog.
And that was it's like a parody of Bluey mixed with Dora the Explorer.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, that was cool.
that was cool. Did you like the soundtrack?
They played Drizzy. They didn't.
No,
They should have though at the hockey game.
because Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to talk some spoilers?
Wow.
Yeah. So what stuff do we want to spoil, guys? I like the cute little sadness and embarrassment, sort of like, I don't know if it's a romance, there's a little romance. It's a
Now
cute
they got
little
a
thing.
thing. They
And
got
that was
vibes.
adorable.
But
That
I
made
was
the
saying
entire
before.
theater go, oh.
I was saying before, like, yeah, the new crew, they got overshadowed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's because they're not the new crew though. Like I feel like
They gotta be part of the same crew, but they're the new guy.
yeah, but like they're not serving the purpose of. It's not like the first movie where it's like these are your characters. This is like these are, I guess, your villains, but like
Yeah, it's like, all right, you introduce these new cast of villains, but you only use one, mainly.
yeah, because that was the point, right? It's like anxiety got to the point where she's like more than an emotion, and everyone else was like, "Bro, you need to chill out." That was the whole thing with them. Do you remember?
Yeah, but that means the others didn't learn anything.
Well, they were kind of like, yeah, we'll help anxiety out and do
They
our
just,
shit. And then they're like,
saying,
actually,
yes,
nah.
ma'am, yes, boss.
Yeah. I mean, like that's kind of like what the other crew does. They
Yeah,
all
but
just sort of-
they're very much more emotive and have their own
yeah,
opinions.
because
on
they
shit.
had a whole fucking movie prior to this movie.
Well, this is their movie.
This isn't their movie though. That's the point. It's not their
Are
movie.
they gonna make the next movie their movie?
I don't know, because they're just like they're not really that important. Except
Then
for
why
anxiety.
put
Anxiety is
them
like the
in,
main.
okay?
Because anxiety is like the problem of the movie. Yeah. And they only like
Yeah.
kind of sort of join the main crew at the end.
Yeah.
It's like because they're not big players.
See, yeah, they're too small time.
Yeah.
Why
That's why they're just supporting characters. They're not like yeah. You don't go, like watch a movie and go like, yo, that random side character over there. He should be a main character.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, that's actually true. I
I
also do
do.
that sometimes. I don't know why I said that. Yeah.
See, yeah, I think
Yeah.
since they have been introduced to the crew, they should have more shit to do.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought they were just each had their own little quirk. Yeah. Embarrassment actually has an arc also.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I guess
Listen back.
yeah, Ennui and Envy kind of do nothing. But like yeah.
And there's Grandma, we forgot.
Oh yeah, very
Stop.
funny because I slept through that like the initial grandma encounter. So when
Then
the
she
grandma
shows up.
appeared later, I was like, who the fuck is
Yeah,
this?
okay.
And I got really confused.
Nice.
Yeah.
Grandma is the remember when
Yeah.
conversation.
The fucking Star Wars fan.
Remember, as to quote Tony Soprano, remember when is the lowest form of conversation. Then he proceeds to say, remember when we did this?
Family Guy.
Family
Sopranos moment.
Guy. Family Guy is just 90%. Remember
Yeah,
when?
it is. That's why I asked that.
So
Even
good.
though I watched that show, but I'm watching like people consider early seasons of Family Guy good.
Well, I guess it was the start of the Remember When, but they kept doing Remember When for 10 years.
Remember when?
Remember when we did
Whoa.
this 10 years ago?
Remember
Yeah.
when we made a joke about remember when?
Dang. That's real.
Oh, you know the part. You know how they do that thing of like she recalls memories and it comes to the pipe.
Yeah.
Remember the pipe broke? I straight up thought she'd get dementia,
That's real.
but she didn't.
Now they got backup pipes.
New emotion unlocked. Oh wait.
Dementia. She would get dementia if I guess all the pipes broke.
Yeah.
Also, funny thing, I kind of the vibes of like when they're making choices on the thing is like the sort of thing you do in like a video game, of like when you're picking dialogue choices, and you kind of see
yeah.
it play out like a dialogue choice in a video game, or she kind of like awkwardly do something, and it'll be like that's kind of
And each dialogue
Wrong
is a different
dialogue.
color.
yeah.
Each dialogue choice is
And
a different
they
color.
get it
for
wrong
a
every
different-
time.
Yeah.
Charisma 0. They didn't pass the Riz check.
Oh, I thought she would get with the hockey.
The high schooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. they have a responsibility as the elder to be like, nah, kids, they like,
Unlike Drake.
yeah.
There's a post-credit scene with the deep dark secrets reveal. Little bit about how she burned.
A Rock,
That's so real.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
Solid.
because the Rock.
That's the rug.
I thought you
Oh,
said
The
The
Rock.
Rock.
How would you burn up?
I'm playing words.
Anything else to add? Oh, we didn't really talk about what the actual movie was about. It's like, she goes away to a hockey camp, and then she decides she wants to be cool hockey player with
So
hockey
she
player
betrayed
friends.
her friends for clout,
Yeah,
and also because her friends are moving school.
yeah. I feel like they did that all really well, and I was like, wow.
Well, we
I
were.
was like, wow.
Alright.
Let's go. Good ending.
And all
Come
the
on,
little
boys.
kids in the theater also went to wow. It was cool to see people taking their kids.
Wow, she's so real for that.
Kid.
Remember that If movie?
Yeah.
That
Kids
the
should
one
see that.
That's not really, like, that's like barely a kids movie. It's like,
What if?
it's like when you grow up. It's actually it's just like it's when you grow up and then you forget everything.
Dementia.
Yeah.
You forget your buddy.
All right. Paramedics.
Yeah. Inside Out. Cool.
Quiet.
Do you have anxiety? I suggest
Watching the movie Inside Out too.
watch
Better
Inside
Help.
Out
Fuck Better
2.
Help.
Then you might understand that
Yo, someone say Better Help.
anxiety, the emotion is hijacking your brain console. So you should probably like get that checked out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This one is alright. Like the first one, but like Riley's older now and they got new emotion. And sometimes you gotta let go of your OGs for clout, you know what I'm saying?
No, let's go, OG. And Theo is gonna become a big famous keep the podcast behind.
So I'm gonna give this a 7.
Because I hate you and because you leaving us, you traitor. I'm gonna give this an 8.
Yeah, fuck you, you dog.
Because I feel like I would have given the previous one like a 8.5.
Well, I'm gonna go above all of these and give this one a 9 out of 10.
Dang.
Because, yeah, I only kind of really have minor gripes to the movie, with the major one being like it's a bit too similar to the original.
Yeah. That's where we're at.
Alright.
Where we're at.
You and me. What are we reviewing next week, dear?
I was about to say
Baby
that too.
Dragon show part 2.
Oh, we won't do that in the actual episode. I'll do a little
Separate
I'll make it
thing.
into a separate thing, but yeah. We'll do Despicable Me 4.
Yo, the minions are back.
And I'm just gonna double check that if this movie's hold on. Because I think I have a perfect movie that you'll like. But I'm gonna see if how long it's showing for.
What do we think it is? Speculation. Theories. This is a film theory.
It's related to a horror movie we watched, I think, a year ago.
It's going
But it's
to
not a
be-
sequel, but it's the exact same premise, and it has pretty much the exact same title and the same actor in it, but it's not the same movie.
The Bum, not the Nun. The Bum.
It's similar to, it's sort of, I guess, related to nun stuff, but not really.
Going to be
Soul 16.
Father Gascoigne.
Do you think if I said a movie that ends on Wednesday, you'd be able to watch it?
Sorry, what?
If I said a movie to watch but it ends its run on Wednesday, would you be able to?
So they're not showing it after Wednesday?
Yeah,
Why not?
I don't know.
Dang. Maybe.
Post D&D movie.
Potentially. You got Monday pricing. Monday pricing is good.
I mean, it's only showing at like But I mean,
Damn,
I get a
fuck
discount there
Village.
anyway. So it's like, yeah.
Village should have some stuff, maybe.
How about I
that'd be
burn
cute.
your village down? Well,
Yeah. So I guess,
okay.
yeah, if we can just go watch it after.
yeah.
Yeah. And it'll be a fun little Unholy Trinity watch a movie together. We haven't done that in a while.
Not in
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
No, we have not. But what's the move?
All right. Well, your
You
answer was right.
decided.
It's a movie called The Exorcism.
So
Very
is it
similar,
not
which is not a
related to
sequel
The
to The
Exorcist?
Pope's Exorcist,
Oh.
even though it stars Russell Crowe again.
Oh,
And even though The Pope's Exorcist set up a cinematic universe at the end of the movie, the
it's not part
post-credit
of
scene,
this.
it's not happening. This is a different thing, but it's like a pretty similar title in the same year. So we'll do The Exorcism and Despicable Me 4.
I keep the me despicable, so my
And-
money grew.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that's like some Facebook type post.
Yeah.
um, and we'll be covering House of the Dragon, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a
Separate bit.
separate show type
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah, like a new
Different
rock
segment,
star. Type,
yeah.
You know how they do their things.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can put up a dungeon if you want.
Dungeon.
So Village is half price Tuesdays.
Is it on anywhere else besides Village?
Point, but like Point's this way.
Dang. Is it on good old Kino or no?
No, that's why I said it's only on a Village or one.
Nah, but you gotta check, man.
I just did. That's what I was doing. That's on my phone. Oh yeah.
But they're
I was
doing the
texting Russell Crowe to
Monday.
ask, where's it at?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Russell, can you do a private screen?
Okay,
here?
I'll give you a discount, bro. I'll give you a discount.
All right.
Give you the 2-finger discount.
Oh. All right. All right.
Anyway, that's what we're covering next week. Outro. Oh, also, if you probably, maybe even before this review probably comes out, there'll be a video on our YouTube channel where we do a tier list of the Pixar movies.
When are we doing that?
Right after this recording.
Yay, all right.
right.
Check us out on the socials at unholy.pod on Instagram. We got it on the TikToks as well, unholy.pod. YouTube, the Unholy Trinity. And also on the Spotify podcast and Apple podcast, the Unholy Trinity podcast for your latest episode.
Okay, what edging?
Student Edge, $12.50 Hoyt, Monday to Thursday.
You're gonna edge
How
it, Hoyt?
many tickets can we edge?
What's it? Student Edge member. Log into your account.
Oh, is it like a separate? Is it the actual? So let's talk about it
We'll
later.
edge
Yeah,
later. But yeah, contact us messages for any inquiries, suggestions, or
He's edging right now.
query. And check us out next week as we do our shit.
All right. Bye.
See you next time.
Love you.
Bye.